Okay, so EVTV is going to look a little bit different this year, Trent. Why?
Probably be a social distancing. We can't be on the same camera.
His mask gives it away. So we are here in the EVTV studio right now. We have but a small splinter cast this fall. So what you're seeing right now, that's the cast. There's three students, three cast members, and Mr. Lewis. And we are down here in the EVTV studio getting ready to bring you today's show. And we need to just preface this that it's not going to be normal, correct?
Right.
It can't be, because our class times are a little bit shorter. We don't have the extended break anymore. We don't have as many cast members. And it's a lot.
And we're socially distanced.
And we're socially distancing, which is why this stuff is going to look a little bit different.
Very different.
It's feeling so good right now. Feeling so good right now. Yeah, yeah. It's feeling so good right now. Don't never, ever, ever wanna calm down. No, no,
Good morning, we're back in EVTV for another year. It's just a little bit different this time, like you heard me and Lewis talking about. You should be seeing a shot of that shortly, how we're having to record this. We're all the way across the room with 2 different cameras, 2 different mics, and a whole lot of set of lights. I got lights behind me, Kayla's got lights behind her, and we're just gonna start talking about random stuff, basically. First things first, we're gonna talk about random shortages that just started happening and that everybody's blaming on coronavirus. So, most popular one probably being toilet paper, which was more so people just being ignorant. I don't know if you noticed that too, but it wasn't really much of like not having enough of it.
Yeah, nobody knows why anybody really needs that much toilet paper. I understand why there were shortages on hand sanitizer or Lysol, Clorox wipes. Like even on Amazon, I know that I guess they upped the price on like sanitizing products like that, which is understandable, but people also need to be mindful of other people who need those things. So I kind of don't see why people were going so crazy about it.
Right, like I mean, you had people going in and buying like the big like wrappings worth of like paper towels and toilet paper. I mean, like 20 packs, like not 20 packs, but 20 rolls at a time, more and multiple packs of that, just going crazy, just getting everything. I don't understand why he had to do that. That was unnecessary.
Same. I honestly feel like if they were to stock up on anything, it would have to be like Lysol, gloves, masks. Those are very understandable.
Right.
But even hand sanitizer, you can make your own hand sanitizer at home. Like we had to make hand sanitizer because we couldn't even find any at the store. Mm-hmm. So
some stuff, like you said, like the hand sanitizer and everything, that's expected. That's gonna happen in times like these. But the toilet paper was just really uncalled for. And then what was it? Wasn't Coach Eiler? He was in here the other day. He was talking about how he had people when he was working at Kroger come in and buy like just tons and tons of stuff. But it was just like 3 people. It was the same 3 people all the time. Just multiple things. It just like loading up everything. Like, you don't need all that. That kind of stuff. Those are just really greedy people, in my opinion. I know another thing that was going on that was big. It was the coin shortage. That still doesn't exactly make sense to me. We're gonna have to get some people to talk about that for sure. They know more about it. Because personally, when I think about it, I think about how everybody went into quarantine with the same amount of change and where it all go. Everybody just throw it away? I don't know. Something's missing.
The coin shortage makes no sense to me because if anything, more people are ordering online with a card than they are using coins. And I wonder why factories can't just make more coins? I mean, don't we make money? It's man-made. So
I know the only problem with like making money is it can less the value of it. That's the big thing about making money. But that's still like, where did all the coins go? Just in the middle of quarantine, they poof, disappeared, just gone. That's what I don't understand about it personally.
So 2020 has been a year like none other. Things have been chaotic. Things have been hectic. We've seen things we never thought we'd see before. We've done things we never thought we'd do before. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more insane, you couldn't find quarters anywhere. There was a coin shortage. You'd go to the store, they would say exact change only, credit card, debit card only, but no change. How is this possible? How can we be out of coins? Well, let me start by telling you who the Federal Reserve is. The Federal Reserve is an independent agency separate from our government who is in charge of the money supply for the U.S. They maintain the currency, how much is in circulation. They also keep up with how many coins are in circulation, and they also set the interest rates for most everything. The Federal Reserve had problems because of COVID. Since all industries were being affected, the Mint, the U.S. Mint, where they produced the coins in Philadelphia and Denver, had to send workers home for shutdowns. Once they sent workers home for shutdowns, that halted or minimized the coin production. Now, yearly forecasts are usually given by the Federal Reserve to the U.S. Mint on how many coins they're going to need for that whole year. As production was all of a sudden halted, the Fed panicked. They realized they had allocated coins to so many banks and there were none in the reserves. There were no extras lying around. So they had to reallocate coins. And when they reallocated coins, because none were being produced at the moment, it disrupted the normal circulation of coins, which caused other banks to start holding back coins, which caused businesses to not have coins. And it was kind of a ripple effect that took place. It was a simple, I would say, miscalculation, but they didn't know what was happening. When they forecast for coin production for the 2020, they didn't know 2020 was going to have this big disruption take place called COVID-19. So it disrupted that whole supply. But as things started returning to normal and business started opening back up, the Mint now is at full production, and they're anticipating full production throughout the end of the year. So it should self-regulate in just a matter of a couple of months, if it's not already almost fully self-regulated back to enough coins in circulation, that they have enough in the holding cell, so to speak, of where they can release more coins to banks when they request them. So why a coin shortage? Simple put, the disruption in the supply chain of coins and the production of the coins, which resulted in the trickle-down effect of affecting everything within their path where coins would have gone. So there you have it. Coin shortage explained.
All right, now Mr. Lewis wants us to talk about how to properly wear masks. Since, I mean, honestly, if you're not going to listen to the intercom, you're probably not going to listen to us. But however, we still got to talk about it. So the proper way to wear a mask, you got to put it on, put it around your ears, over your nose, and your mouth. It has to cover your nose and your mouth. The virus can still get through your nose. That it doesn't just discriminate. It can get through your nose and mouth. As you can see right now, Kayla doesn't have it over her nose. It's an example. You gotta have it over your nose. That doesn't do anything to just wear it like this. Like this, you're wearing a mask technically, but you're not wearing it right. This is how you properly wear a mask. Lewis, do you have any extra comments about how to properly wear a mask? You want to come in with your face shield?
And now it's time for another episode of Wear It Right, where our contestants all compete for the best mask etiquette. Here we go. This is clearly not the way to wear your mask. The chin is not going to protect. Okay, now we have a face mask apparently, and that is clearly also not the way to. Okay, now we notice the contestant is not covering the nose. No, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the proper way to wear your mask. Okay, not this. Not this. Just no and yes. No and yes. No and yes.
So, girls and boys soccer tryouts. They will be on Tuesday, 25th, right after school. You guys will meet in the gym. You have to have an updated physical. You have to bring your own water, and you have to bring your own cleats. It will be down at the soccer field. If y'all aren't sure where that is, there's like a practice football field, and then there's a big parking lot in the back, and the soccer field will be right there.
For those of you watching at home doing online schooling and everything, make sure you can sign into Schoology. There's a big link on the school webpage you can follow. There's a video of Mr. Lewis completely explaining how to log in and get signed in and everything. It's going to be very vital this year because of everything going on, and I hope everybody stays safe.
That's it for today's episode of EVTV. Here at Horn Lake High School, we are better students, always growing and expecting more. Stay tuned for your lunch menus. We'll see you here tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.
Feeling so good right now.